I speak to Mr. Douglas, please? Well, do you know where he is? Which prison? I see. Well, if you do happen to find him, could you tell him that Mr. Fletcher wants to contact him urgently, please? Thank you. Yes. Well, what is it now?
Oh, I was just wondering if you'd finished the new rosters yet.
No, I haven't. Been on the phone for the last half hour or so.
You still looking for Mrs. Davidson?
Yeah, I even phoned the police. You know what they said? They said the department had already reported her missing. Now, why would they report her missing? They've only been looking for her for the last hour or so.
Well, why didn't you ask them?
Already have. They gave me the runaround. I can't even get hold of Douglas. They reckon I don't know where he is. Yes. Is he? Thank you. Well, that's one mystery solved. Douglas has just driven through the front gate. Go to reception, bring him here to me, will you? Right. We'll soon find out what this is all about.
Doreen's here, mate. Come on. It's all right. Just hold on a second. You'll be okay. Did you get it?
Well, no. I almost conned the assistant out of it, and then she turned around to phone up to check on the address I'd given her, and I had to make a run for it.
What are we going to do now?
Well, we could go to your house and break in and get his own medicine. I'll go if you just tell me where it is.
No, look, I'll go. I know what I'm looking for. It's all right. It's too late for that atomizer now. I'm going to have to get him to some emergency treatment. I'll have to take him to the hospital.
What if we get caught?
Well, do you want him to die?
We want the immediate release of Andrea Hennessy and $100,000 in cash.
Doesn't make any sense. She's only got a couple of months left to serve.
Well, I don't think we're dealing with rational minds. They also want amnesty for themselves. All impossible, of course.
How long have you known about this?
Well, they called me about an hour and a half ago.
Well, why wasn't I told? How can I possibly run this place properly if I'm not kept informed? I could have had Hennessy in solitary by now.
That is the last thing we want you to do. Look, the police know how to handle these people. The first rule is not to give the impression that we're victimizing Hennessy in any way. It might provoke the kidnappers.
It's a bit late to worry about provoking them, isn't it?
Well, there is another reason for not putting you into solitary. If we give her no indication that anything's happening, she might get desperate for information. Or make a mistake. Now, I want all your senior staff to keep a very careful eye on her.
All right, what else can we do?
No, nothing. It's a police matter now.
But it's one of our people who's in danger.
I've had strict instructions from the minister. It's to be left totally in the hands of the police. Well, I have to get back to the office. I'm expecting another call from the kidnappers. They'll be expecting an answer to their demands. You may as well walk out with me. We'll talk as we go.
Wendy?
I suppose you want all newspaper, radio and televisions confiscated.
No need. We've put a media ban on the story.
There's no guarantee a ban like that'll work. The kidnappers might contact the media themselves.
And they, in turn, will have to contact us for confirmation before they make it public. There'll be plenty of time to confiscate radios then. In the meantime, just keep your eyes open and act as if nothing has happened. Now, Mrs. Morris, how are things in your department?
Oh, very interesting.
Good. Pleased to hear somebody's interested in their work. Now, you won't forget what I said, will you, Fletcher?
No, sir.
Good.
Jim, what was that all about?
Erica's been kidnapped by some crackpot mates of Hennessy's. Probably the same mob that tried to spring her out of here the other day.
Oh, that's dreadful. What are they doing about it?
Practically nothing. The minister's made it quite clear that he thinks it's a matter for the police. That way, if anything goes wrong, it's the minister for police who gets the blame, not him. Bloody bureaucrats. They're more interested in saving their own necks than they are in Erica's.
How'd it go? Hopeless. Douglas refused to even talk to me. He said the matter's being handled by the police now, and there's nothing in the paper about it. Well, I don't reckon they're taking us seriously.
No. Well, perhaps we better show them that we mean business and carry out some of our threats. You know, when they kidnapped Paul Getty's grandson, they cut his ear off and sent it with the ransom note. They got their money.
They were also arrested.
If you had an ear missing, perhaps you wouldn't talk as much.
Oh, be serious?
I am being bloody serious. How do you expect anybody to listen if we don't do something drastic?
Well, we could get her to write a letter saying we'll cut her ear off if they don't release Andrea.
That wouldn't work.
No, it wouldn't. To begin with, I wouldn't write the letter.
Oh, you'd write it.
In any case, the department won't give in to your demands. They can't afford to, so you might as well give yourselves up.
Or shoot you now. We're already up for kidnapping. You said so yourself. How's it going to affect us? We may as well be hung for a sheep as a lamb.
They don't hang people anymore. You'd end up with a very long sentence in Wentworth.
We could cut off some of the hair.
What?
We could cut off some of her hair, put it in an envelope and send it to a television station. Well, we're bound to get publicity then.
Yeah, I reckon we would. Get some wrapping paper. We're going to send the TV station a little parcel.
What are we going to do?
Just act natural.
Look, you don't think we should pick another hospital or something?
No, it's too late for that now.
What's the matter with him?
He's got asthma.
Put him on the trolley. Nurse, venti mask.
It's all right, mate. It's okay.
How long's he been like this?
Well, he's been getting worse for hours.
Wouldn't you have got some medical treatment earlier?
We lost his prescription.
Okay, now we're going to have to take him in for some emergency treatment. You wait here. Okay.
Let's go.
No, she said wait.
What for? We can't do any more for him now. If we hang around here much longer, that cop is going to recognise us. Come on.
Hold on. We'll need some patient's particulars.
I just parked my car in the ambulance bay. We were just going to go and move it. We'll be right back.
All right. Wendy, may I have Lizzie Birdsworth's file, please?
Yes, sure thing. She due out soon?
Yes, she is.
I'm Detective Sergeant Ross. I want to see Mr. Fletcher.
Yes, just one moment. There you are, Mrs. Horace.
Thank you.
I'll have to ring and check.
Sergeant Ross,
Yes.
my name's Meg Morris. I'm the parole officer here. I was wondering how I'd find
Mr.
out
Fletcher,
what
there's
charges the
Detective
police would
Sergeant
have
Ross
against
who's
someone. He's a friend of one of my parolees. She's very
No, he
worried
didn't.
about him.
What's his name?
Peter Richards?
Yes, I will.
Never heard of him, but I can check it up for you. Can I reach you here?
Yes, yes, sure.
Mr. Fletcher will see you now.
Oh, I'll
Sergeant
take
Ross.
him through, Wendy. You'll just have to sign in first.
Come in.
Detective Sergeant Ross to see you, Jim.
Ah, thanks, Meg. I'm Jim Fletcher. I'm acting governor while Mrs. Davis is missing. What can I do for you?
Well, I'd appreciate any help you can give.
Well, that won't be much. I haven't been told anything.
Well, that's because nobody really knows. Do you mind if I sit down?
Yeah.
It's very disturbing when this sort of thing happens so close to home. We don't expect terrorism in Australia. But then I suppose we're all in potential danger these days.
Well, you wouldn't think so, the way the department's been handling matters.
No, well, they're not in the front line, are they? This Hennessy woman, what's she like?
Political crank. Bit of an extremist, really. She wants freedom for everybody, and she doesn't care who she kills to give it to them.
If I talked to her, do you think she'd say anything?
Well, she was questioned before when they tried to break her out of here. She just clammed up. She won't tell you anything.
Well, then we'll just leave her in the dark. Maybe she'll get desperate for news and try and contact the kidnappers. Has she had any visitors lately?
One or two.
I'd like their names and addresses.
Right.
And if she has any more, let me know and I'll put a tail on them.
Good.
Things must have been pretty hectic for you lately, eh? You've had an escape this week as well, haven't you?
Yes.
Well, it's no good pacing around, you know.
Yeah, I should have stayed at that hospital.
There's nothing you could do for him.
No, there's nothing I can do for anybody. I mean, look, Martin got so worried about me, he got sick. No matter what happens to me, when they catch up to us, you're going to get a longer sentence anyway.
Well, they haven't caught up to us yet.
No, but they will.
Maybe. But I'm not sorry.
No, nor am I.
I suppose if we weren't on the run, well, you wouldn't really want to know me. Me being a prisoner and everything.
Look, if we weren't on the run, we wouldn't have met, would we?
No, I suppose not.
What's it like in prison?
Oh, it's not that bad. Once you get used to it, you know. Problem is they tell you what to do all the time, you know. When to eat, when to sleep, when to get up. You're never allowed to think for yourself. Then you get to a point where you can't think for yourself. Forgotten how, you know. Last time I was released, I was back inside in a couple of weeks. I didn't know what else to do. It's suppose it'd be tougher in a men's prison.